Hello, fellow monkeys. It is that time of year. Roughly July is when I've been doing it. Late June, early July. But this is the summer lineup. I'm going to tell you off the bat that not a whole lot in the lineup has changed, but have acquired quite a few things that are in queue. I had surgery this year that kind of gave me a lot of downtime, but not so much functional downtime, so I wasn't able to work on a whole lot of projects, do a little bit of light stuff here and there. But I'll just take you down the line real quick. Bozo says hey. And when I get down the line, I apologize for the mess. I'm trying to make up for that time by working on everything at once. So I'm trying to run in different directions, which gets me nowhere. First in line, we've got the 1948 Gottlieb Old King Cole. I just put a video out about this that explains all the ins and outs and a very complex way of being simple. But it's a great game. Definitely not like today's games. Timer just went out, so watch, we're going to restart that. But go back a couple days and check out that video. We still have the 1968 Gottlieb Domino. Got a video somewhere in the past on this game. It's still one of my favorites to play. Still have a 69 Gottlieb Airport. This is one of the first games that I grew up playing. This and a ballyhoo, but still mechanically works fine. Still need to get a new back glass. I want to repaint the cabinet. Get all this off here. I think I'm going to do that along with my Old King Cole here in the next few weeks while it's still nice out. We've got the 74 Gottlieb Magnetron 4-player. This is the first EM game I ever bought, and I've been back in possession of it the past 2 years or so. We do have a video on that. It's still in excellent shape. Got a 63 Williams Skill Pool. Back glass needs some touch up, but I'm not worried about it just yet. I got a few other projects I need to fix up. I'll be posting a video about this one real soon as well. It's a fun game. All the single player EMs have a deeper rule set than the multiplayer. Here's one you're not going to find as often, is a Williams Big Strike. If you've seen it before, did you see a Big Strike, or did you see the sister game, the Williams Hotline? Essentially the same game and the same layout, but it is an Add-A-Ball version. And I explain this on all Add-A-Balls. You can tell it's an Add-A-Ball sometimes even with the power off, because it will say balls to play instead of what ball you're on. It actually counts down. So if you look, you got some extra circles with some more numbers in there. You can have 6, 7, 8, 9, up to 9 balls that you can accumulate. Instead of giving credits, it gives extra balls. Moving over, we've got the 72 Williams Spanish Eyes. This is a game that I mention every time, that with the artwork you either love it or hate it, and I'm right in the middle with it. It doesn't bother me. It does have this lower bumper on it that it can help you or hurt you. And you can also scissor the ball underneath the flippers and it can roll right underneath the plastics here. And we've got a 76 Bally Old Chicago, a fairly common game. I want to do a full restoration on this and maybe change up some things like stencils and a couple little things. I think this will be my experimental game. Cosmetically, it's okay. Back glass is excellent. Playfield is excellent except for one little mark by the kick-out hole. I got some rust on the coin door that needs to be taken down. I'll repaint the cabinet, do a little bit of a cosmetic restoration on it. The noisemaker down here is new to the lineup for this year. This is a Bally Nitro Ground Shaker from 1980. Had a lot of fun with this one as a teenager. Neighbor friend had one. It currently is the only solid state game that I own. You know me, I'm kind of partial to EMs, but I also like them all. Let's face it, I like them all, but the early solid states and stuff, I can work on those too. Moving on to a couple bingos. Bally Frolics I've had for, God, probably as close to 20 years. It's an okay game. It's one of Bally's first bingos. Not a whole lot of features on it. You get up to 2 extra balls. It's a pretty basic 6-card bingo. Moving over, we've got a 52, if I didn't mention Frolics is 1952. Palm Beach is also 52. This is a single card but with 2 bonus cards you can play. Has a few more features. It'll spot extra lights and everything. You've got a couple controls here for just trying to increase odds on your on your odds. You've got a button that will control your spotting different features, and then the extra ball button. Move over, we've got a 79 Bally Dixieland. This is a popular bingo. Some people love it or hate it. They seem to have some problems sometimes. This one is starting to get a couple little quirks that doesn't really affect the game, but it is annoying. So I gotta look into that. It seems when you have issues that everything gets an issue all at the same time. Stepping on over, I believe this was in the lineup last year too, but I haven't had it all that long. This is a 65 Chicago coin Big League. This is one of the most addicting games when people come over. This is what they like to hang out on. It's not as feature packed as a lot of the ones with the Running Man back glass. This has Running Man, but it's just in the form of lights around the field. There's no ramps, anything like that, but the features change as you play. It's a fun game. It's definitely addicting. Stepping over here, we had this last year, but it was not working, and now it is. Everything except sound I am still trying to get focused on, but it does work. So this is a I'm gonna say 69. It was right at the end of the year, so sometimes people call it 70. Midway Flying Carpet. Let's get moving targets. I'm going to try and move the camera and see. Look at that, we got one. Missed it. And we'll try and get. I can't do this hand and hold the camera. Okay, next to that, we've got the United Deluxe 6-player Deluxe Shuffle Alley. Got an open sign there that I didn't turn on. This is 1951. It works just fine. Plays all 6 players just fine. I am going to clean some of the lamp sockets up because the numbers tend to get a little flickery here and there. Picked up a Pepsi clock. I know it's not a game, but this is actually from a local, semi-local roller rink. It's a 40 by 30 clock, so I know it's kind of hard to tell sitting here, but it needed I swapped it for LEDs and cleaned about 4 inches of bugs out of it and the leaking ballast, so I got rid of those. But if you step back from the bowler, you can see it's got some height to it. It's a big beast. So here I've got my 1949 ABT skill gun, the electric skill gun. It does have a display. It projects the numbers up on the glass. It does work. I'm just doing some refinements on the pistol. I got a video on how to rebuild those that will post fairly soon. We've got a slot machine. This is out of the Silver City Casino in Vegas before they tore it down. It does work, and occasionally you'll win. In queue here we have a 76 Bally Captain Fantastic, dirty as hell. It's in the house of a hoarder, full of cats. Had cat puke on it. Still got some of it. Just started stripping it down to do it, and I thought at the same time, because they're both 76 Bally's, I would knock out Aladdin's Castle as well, because it's the same thing, but two player versus 4 player. They both have their different features. This one I spent some time on as a young teenager at the neighbor's house. Had one, and it always had something to look at. But that's all stripped down. I just posted a video on rebuilding the score reels on those, so I have to put that back together. Unfortunately, I still have Gizmo sitting in the same position from 1948 Gizmo. It's hasn't been sitting since 1948, but it's been sitting in this position for a year now, and I need to just do it, but I get too many other interesting projects coming in. I have, this is a Gottlieb Big Shot. That's the back box. The rest of it's under this pool table here. That you can't see yet, but that is a 1956 Gottlieb scoreboard. It's a fun game. A friend of mine had one of those. Can't wait to get that one going too. Check this out. 1952 upright Genko jumping jacks. It's like a Pinchinko. It's got one flipper on there, the ball's right up a belt, and then drop, and you try and light up all the letters in Jack in the Box. Looks kind of interesting. Under the blanket, I have a Games Inc. It's a deluxe Wildcat or something like that. It's a flasher slot. I'm not gonna pull it all out. I'll have to make a video on it. We've got a parts, possibly a donor cabinet. I don't know what I want to do yet. That's another old King Cole. Picked up this guy. I'm excited to get that going. I've played one before. It's not a fun game by today's standards, but it's a historic game and it's in great shape. That is a 1936 Bally bumper. It's the first one with bumpers, or what they considered bumpers back then. A lot of arcing going on. So if we come here, scramble past more mess. There's my fortune-telling penny scale that I did a video on. I got my 55 Crosley Shelvador refrigerator we use all the time. Cleaning machine. Don't mind the dogs. This baby, pick this guy up. AMI. This is an F80 jukebox. Got that almost a year ago. Play this thing damn near daily. All original. I know I need to go through it and just change out at least the line voltage wiring, because it's starting to get a little cracks in it because it's 70 years old, but it works perfect. Those are flyers of games I either have or have had in the past. And we have the bowl. Go back and check out my video on how this thing works. It's fun. This, I believe, is this particular one, I believe, is 1980, made by Zamperla. That was known for, they still make roller coasters of all things, but that's a fun one. Got some neons, you know, a few things. I gotta turn them on here. Rose. Everybody says why? Well, my last name, if you didn't know. Pinball, and of course, gotta represent the other side of the world. The ever famous Goat Shed. EM Pinball Palace in New South Wales, Australia. Hey Kim and Grant, gotta represent. Yes, we are open. So that is it. Nothing too fancy, but I stay busy. I know it's a baby collection to some of you guys out there, but it's more than enough for me to try and take care of. So until next time, you guys are appreciated. I thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. All right, love you guys. Bye.